Hello, beautiful friends. It's Dr. Sheri, just sipping my morning coffee, waking up, enjoying the beautiful sun that is in Wyoming today, which we get a lot of sun, but we also get a lot of wind, which kind of counteracts the positive effects of the sun. And so it is not windy today. It really wasn't windy yesterday, so I'm kind of enjoying this. If you are from Wyoming or have lived in Wyoming, the southern part of Wyoming, you totally get what I'm talking about. One of the questions and one of the ideas that's circulating in real estate investing right now, and questions that are often asked, revolve around quitting a W-2 job and jumping in full-time into real estate investing in whatever way that's, fixing and flipping, wholesaling, buy and hold, syndication, you name it. Lots of people are thinking, you know what, I'm gonna quit my job and I'm gonna jump into real estate investing. While that might be an acceptable risk for you and a positive move for you in your life right now, I want to propose the opposite. And it's this proposal isn't necessarily going to apply to everybody, but I want to counteract the implicit assumption that quitting one's job to real estate invest is always the best and most courageous thing to do. Here's the deal. Our market right now is crazy unpredictable. Crazy unpredictable because we have seen prices and appreciation increase. We are seeing people bid over the value or over the list price on homes. I can't say that it's over value, but they're over list price on homes. Just a lot of things that, when people are saying, this isn't sustainable. This can't continue forever. Well, and I think there's some truth and accuracy to the rate of appreciation, the rate that things have increased in value can't necessarily continue forever, because then nobody, except for maybe 0.5% of the U.S. could afford buying a new home. So at some point things need to slow down. But when? What is it going to look like? How is it going to slow down? Is it going to slow down and reverse, go backwards, go down? Or is it just going to slow down and stagnate? Or is it going to be some other option? We don't know. We are in economic times right now that are completely different than anything else. They are different than 2008. The reason that our market is crazy right now has nothing to do with the factors in 2008. We've got government that thinks that printing money is as easy as my printer down here printing off anything that I want off the internet. And unfortunately, it's probably about that easy. So there are all these dynamics that are happening that are causing us to have more instability and a lack of clarity on what's going to hold in the future. And this is the reason why I don't think it's wise to just jump ship from a job willy-nilly without any consideration of economic factors, about any consideration about your economic factors. A lot of people, they have a job, they don't really like their job, and they're like, real estate investing is my alternative. So let me just get a couple properties under my belt. If I can get at least $3,000 a month cash flow, then I'm going to jump ship. And they figure out, how can I get that the quickest? Well, it's okay to think that way. It's, there's nothing wrong with figuring out, what do I need to make in order to drop something I don't love? It might be more wise, excuse me, it might be more wise to keep that job, or maybe even get a bit different. If you loathe your job and it's sucking the life out of you, by all means, there are enough alternatives out there. Don't stay stuck in something that is making you miserable and sucking the life out of you, so that when you get home at the end of the day, that you are in a bad mood, you have no energy or time for your kids, you don't want to have conversation with your husband or your wife, you're just a miserable human being to be around because you are so spent. That is not an ideal. So if you are in that situation, there's plenty of opportunities to be able to find jobs where people are looking for people to fill. Doesn't mean that you have to quit a W-2 forever. Maybe you transition to a different one, to one that gives you more flexibility, to one that has aspects of it that really are better fit for you and that you love. But don't get caught up in this idea that real estate investing within this next year can be the primary way in which you quit your job and have this lap of luxury lifestyle, because chances are that's not going to happen. What's cash flow, and cash flow is typically what people look to jump ship out of their W-2. Cash flow is extremely unpredictable. When you run your metrics, if you use Bigger Pockets calculator like I do, if you use an Excel spreadsheet or somebody else's calculator to figure out your cash on cash return, to figure out your 5-year internal rate of return, to figure out what your cash flow is, and you're plugging in all of the numbers. You're plugging in all the numbers like, what's my expected vacancy? What is my expected discretionary expenses? What are the expected utilities and insurance and property tax and property management fees, all of those things. You're plugging those in and you're like, sweet, I'm gonna make $500 a month on this property. And you're doing your little happy dance. I commend you, I applaud you, I want you to do your happy dance. But here's the thing you may not be considering. What happens if you buy the property and next month, all of a sudden the heater, the furnace, goes out because it's 28 years old and it just kapooies on you? You're gonna probably pay at least $6,000, if not more, depending on where in the country you are, to replace that. If you are making $500 a month in profit, do the quick math. 500 times 12 is what? It's $6,000, isn't it? So all of a sudden, month 2, your entire year of profits is being sucked up by the furnace. So I say that just to remind you that cash flow is amazing and is often one of the factors that people look to identify a good property, to give them motivation and excitement around investing. But it is a little bit more complicated than just saying, I've got $500 cash flow from this property, therefore, I can put $500 in the bank every month and I'm that much closer to being able to quit my W-2. So here's the mindset I would love you guys to think about and consider for your own life. Having a W-2, having other sources of income. Maybe it's not even a W-2. Maybe you own a business, but the business is wearing you out. Maybe it's good for you to hang on to that business and maybe do some adjustments so that it's not wearing you out as much, doing some delegation and different things like that. But maybe you keep that business because that's what's paying the bills for your family. So then your investing will be gravy. Your investing will be like your IRA that is miserably accumulating a very small percentage of income or returns, not income, but returns in your portfolio. And real estate's gonna be better than that or can be better than that. So maybe you look at real estate as more of a long-term play. So, in 5 or 10 years, when you buy a property, here's what people don't think about. When you buy a property, the cash flow that you have at the moment that you buy it is not gonna be the same cash flow as you have in 5 to 10 years. Rents go up. Utilities and expenses go up, but typically not at the same rate that rents go up. So if you give that property a couple years, your cash flow is going to be even greater on that property. So all of these are reasons why I want you to consider that jumping ship out of a W-2 or jumping ship out of some other form of income solely into investing may not be the wisest choice for you right now. You harness that, use that income to either keep your personal life stabilized, or if you have overage, dump that into investing too. Like, that would be amazing. You're going to speed up your investing journey that much faster. So don't fall into that trap that everybody's becoming full-time real estate investors. That's the thing to do. If you don't do that, you're not cool. That is not the case. I want you to have a balanced approach, to have a bigger perspective in which you analyze the decisions and the movements that you make in your investing journey. If you have more questions about this or you want to talk further about it, happy to have that conversation. Feel free to reach out. And if you want to have these kind of conversations on a weekly basis, guess what? There's an opportunity for you. We're super excited about my husband and I, who have been real estate investing for about 15 years and have had a lot of fun doing a very diverse amount of things over the past 15 years. We are launching a mastermind for early stage investors that not only want to better understand what strategies there are, but even more importantly, how to decide what makes sense for their personal life, for their family situation, for their income situation, and it's really creating a blueprint for how you think about real estate investing, as well as actually taking action. So over the year of this mastermind, you are absolutely going to get a much stronger frame of reference and ability to critically think through real estate investing, how it fits to your life, what makes sense for you, how do you want to spend your time, your money, your energy, your resources, your relationships, and how to build a portfolio that's ultimately going to give you the lifestyle and the life that you are looking to have as you age, as your family gets older, as you look forward to all the wonderful things that life has to offer. We would love for you to be part of that. But it's not going to be the right thing for everybody. You need to be in a position and a motivation where you're ready to take action. We don't want looky-loos. We don't want tire kickers who join the mastermind and then don't really want to actually do anything over the year. That's not the culture of action. That's not the culture of success that we live by and that we have around us. So if you want to be part of this mastermind, you've got to be ready to take action, even if it's scary, even if it takes a lot of courage, even if it takes a lot of support and knowledge and wisdom and advice and all of that stuff. You would be in the right place. So message me. We'll do a quick interview to make sure that this is really, truly the right fit for you. But we would love to entertain having you as part of our mastermind, which is going to be starting in just about a month. So we'll see you soon.